Top 6 Best Online Earning Apps and Websites in Pakistan. Welcome to KB. Please subscribe to KB. Let's start. Markaz app, best earning app in Pakistan. We knew you'd be worried sick about those hefty investments to set up your business, so we decided to start with some good news. You can surely kickstart your venture with Markaz app with zero investment. Yes, you read that right. A real money-earning app that wouldn't require an investment. Who would have thought? With more than 100,000 downloads, Markaz app is an online earning app in Pakistan, changing how social commerce is done in the country. Social commerce is a type of e-commerce that involves social media, online communities, and user-generated content. From youngest to eldest, everyone on your friends and family is attached to their phones, and especially to one of the many social media platforms. Even you must have been scrolling through Instagram a few minutes ago. But have you ever considered earning from these platforms? Leverage your social networks to resell through Markaz app on WhatsApp, Facebook, and Instagram. Resellers can then use social media to promote their products and services. In addition, social media provides a way for customers to interact with resellers and give feedback on products. Markaz app has a product portfolio of over 10,000 products, hence customers can access and enjoy a wide range of items. It also has a built-in marketplace that makes it easy for buyers to find what they're looking for. Unlike other earning apps in Pakistan, the Markaz app ensures that you receive your payment for each successful sale within 48 to 72 hours. Your end customers are also facilitated by the simple cash-on-delivery method. With Markaz app, you can start reselling products and services on social media. All you need is a smartphone and an account with WhatsApp, Facebook, or Instagram. Not only do we provide an online way to make money, but we also enable resellers to use social media to promote their products and services. This way, customers have access to a wide range of products and services from the comfort of their own homes. Sign up for an account today and start making money from your social networks. Now that you have learned about these unique features offered by Markaz app, we know you can't wait anymore to set up your own business. Download the Markaz app on Android and earn up to PKR 45,000 per month without any investment. Upwork. Upwork is a legitimate and real earning app in Pakistan. With Upwork, you can find freelance work from people worldwide. You can search for specific projects or post your project for others to bid on. Upwork, formerly known as Otisk, is a freelancing app that is a popular online earning website in Pakistan. Upwork began over 2 decades ago by pioneering a better way of working, helping businesses find more flexibility and connecting talent with more opportunities. This freelance marketplace provides a professional platform for independent contractors, individuals, and companies to find work, and you can get access to various jobs in your niche. Upwork is a job platform where clients post jobs and projects. Freelancers with specific skills bid on projects by submitting proposals for a job. To make bids, you require connects, which are like coins. It depends on the job's nature and how many connections it requires. When you make a profile, you get 20 connects by default. You can buy more through your credit card if you run out of connections. Once a project is completed on Upwork, clients and freelancers leave reviews for each other, which help you build a professional reputation in the freelance market. The better your job score is, the more chances you have to get hired. Upwork offers many ways to withdraw money. The most suitable option is withdrawing money directly from your local bank account. There are several advantages to using Upwork. You get to choose who you work with, meaning that you can be sure that the person or company you work with is reputable and experienced. The pay is usually very good, sometimes even better than what you would earn if you work directly with a client. Projects typically have short turnaround times, so your deadlines don't need to conflict with your other activities, e.g., school. Fiverr, top online earning website in Pakistan. Got some excellent skills to pay your bills? Start earning today on Fiverr. If you're a student struggling to make ends meet, you can make user-friendly gigs on the platform and earn money online. Create a strong profile in gigs, then send proposals on the job you are interested in taking up. Once you get a project, it's time to showcase your skills and work ethic. Before the project's final delivery, ensure all the client requirements have been met. Most of the top online earning websites in Pakistan are compatible with Payoneer. You can also make a Payoneer account and connect it with your Fiverr account. When the funds arrive in the Payoneer account, you can withdraw them to your local bank account. Blogging. Publish high-quality content that is interesting and helpful will attract readers and advertisers. To grab more eyeballs for your content, understand their search intent. Use keywords that people are likely to search for. Once you have developed a readership, You can offer paid subscriptions and monetize your blog with affiliate links. Promoting and reviewing different products and services on your blog is also lucrative. Advertise on your blog through Google AdSense. Ads are screened to ensure high quality and relevance to your blog content and audience. You can earn money by allowing relevant and trusted advertisers to place their ads on your blog. Blogging is one of the most popular content marketing activities today, and for a good reason. It can be very lucrative. There are a number of ways to make money from blogging in Pakistan, and the amounts you earn will vary depending on your skills, experience, niche market, and overall business strategy. However, 3 general tips will help you increase your income as a blogger. Networking. Start connecting with other bloggers in your field and beyond. This will help you build relationships and reach out to potential customers. Ask them for referrals or guest posts and spread the word about what you have to offer. You might also want to join influencer networks or participate in blog contests to gain exposure and increase your chances of winning prizes. Sell your services. If you can create quality content that resonates with people inside and outside of your niche market, there's a good chance they'll want access to it more than once. Consider selling ebooks, white papers, webinars, or coaching sessions through your website or freelance platform. Create a business platform or website to commercialize yourself, even if only part-time. Creating an effective business platform lets clients know exactly where they can find everything related, not just articles. Bloggers in Pakistan make an average of Rs 39,728 per month. The highest earning bloggers earn over Rs 1 million annually, while those making less than Rs 500,000 can still generate a healthy income from their blogs. Several factors contribute to a blogger's success: content quality, audience engagement, social media presence, and business acumen. Creating high-quality content that resonates with your audience is essential for generating traffic and revenue online. Furthermore, effective marketing strategies can help you attract new readers and followers, and potentially more lucrative sponsorships or advertising deals. So whether you're just starting out or have been blogging for years, keep putting your best foot forward by continuing to produce engaging content. YouTube. YouTube is one of the most popular video sharing platforms on the internet. Millions of people use it to share their thoughts and videos with the world, and many make a living. YouTube monetization can be highly lucrative if you're willing to put in the effort. As far as making money goes, your YouTube earnings in Pakistan are determined by a number of factors, including your channel, region, and how much time you devote to it. For example, 1K views will earn you between 0.5 to 6 United States dollars on average, dependent on your location and target demographic, though this price may vary depending on your network's policies. YouTube gives you 2 options for earning money: clicks per mil, CPM, and cost per 1,000 impressions, CPI. The CPM rate is 2 cents in Pakistan. This means that understanding your audience is critical to making money from YouTube. However, there are ways around targeting an audience specifically if that's not feasible or desirable. CPI works similarly, but focuses on the total amount spent on advertising, rather than just clicks. It can be helpful when trying to determine whether or not a particular ad campaign is worth investing in. Online tutoring. You can create an online course in the subject where you are an expert and teach students online. This can be a great option if you want to make a more significant profit, as you can charge more for the course than you would for individual sessions. There are a number of best online tutoring websites in Pakistan that offer different services, such as math tutoring, English tutoring, and science tutoring. Some popular websites include TutorVista, TutorBox Pakistan, Noon, and Educart. All these sites offer a variety of courses and tutorials in various subjects. You can choose to study with a professional teacher or take individualized lessons from an experienced tutor. The best part about these sites is that they provide teachers with detailed lesson plans to tailor their teaching style to fit each student's needs. They also have feedback systems so students can share their thoughts on the lessons, and trainers can help them improve as quickly as possible. So whether you're looking for general assistance with your schoolwork or need help preparing for an upcoming test, plenty of online tutoring websites are available to suit your needs. You can join or create a tutoring network that connects students with tutors. These networks are a great way to find new students and often have lower commission rates than other services. Is online earning in Pakistan possible? Online earning potential of Pakistan will vary depending on your location and industry. However, there are a few things you can do to increase your chances of online success in Pakistan. 1. Research the market in order to understand the online earning potential of your location, it's important to do some research. Check out sites like Google Trends and Alexa to get an idea of the popularity of certain keywords in your region. This will help you target your marketing efforts in a more effective way. 2. Get involved in online communities. There are a number of great online communities that focus on helping people make money online. Joining these communities can give you access to advice and opportunities that you may not have found elsewhere. 3. Start building your own website. A website is one of the most important tools you have when it comes to monetizing your content online. By creating a website, you can build a following of loyal readers who are likely to be interested in what you have to say. If you're ready to take the plunge into the world of online earning, then we recommend that you start by doing some research and getting involved in some community forums. With a little effort, it's definitely possible to make some money from home in Pakistan. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to KB.